Now, the American film, one battle after another, has won the Best Picture award at the BAFTA's award ceremony in London. It was the second prize of the night for director Paul Thomas Anderson, who took home a total of 3 awards for Best Film, Best Director and Best Adapted Screenplay. One battle after another won the most awards with 6, followed by I Swear, Sinners and Frankenstein, which got 3 each, while Hamnet won 2. Best Actor went to Robert Eremeo for his role in I Swear, and Best Actress went to Jessie Buckley for her portrayal of Anne Hathaway, William Shakespeare's wife in Hamnet.
That are made for deep viewing, for humanist viewing, where we can sit together in rooms like this and experience to see the other, hopefully through empathy, through curiosity, and open up the possibilities of the theatrical experience for that.
Hamnet.
Well, Arise senior producer Rita Osakwe was watching the scrum of BAFTA winners and losers, and she joins me now in the studio. Good to see you again, Rita. So a star-studded few hours in London with the BAFTAs, the British Academy Film Award ceremony honouring the best in cinema. And it was an evening when the American thriller One Battle After Another picked up one BAFTA after another, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right, Charles. It won 6 awards on the night, the biggest winner on the night. It won awards for Best Film and Best Director for Paul Thomas Anderson. It also won awards for Best Adapted Screenplay, Cinematography and Editing, as well as for Best Supporting Actor. So it was definitely the darling of the night. It was one of last year's most critically acclaimed films, and it's continuing its success as the Oscars rolls round in a few weeks.
Well, I'll have to put that in on my viewing list for when I eventually go on a break. And how much of a surprise was Robert Eremeo's win of both the Best Actor and the Rising Star Awards? Because, I mean, he beat Hollywood royalty in the Best Actor category, a category that had the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I mean, that's quite incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely incredible, Charles. I mean, you could almost feel the shock reverberate around the Royal Festival Hall. It was amazing. And even on his face, he was absolutely stunned. There, you can see him there. He didn't expect to win. And all award season, we've heard things like, oh, the best actor is it's a 2-horse race between Timothée Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio. And if there's an upset, if there's someone else who doesn't win it, it will be Michael B. Jordan. So his win, he wasn't even part of the conversation. His name wasn't mentioned as someone who would win. So it's definitely, he pulled off the biggest upset on the night. And if you're not a big TV fan of Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings, you wouldn't even, I think last night would be the first time you'd be hearing his name. He won for the film I Swear, which is based on the true life story of a campaigner for Tourette's, John Davidson. It wasn't the most popular film, but it was very well received by critics. So yeah, he also won the Rising Star Award, and it's the first time anyone has won both awards in the same year. So yeah, he pulled off the biggest upset of the night.
Absolutely, and that's the British for you, isn't it? Very, very quirky in their sort of choices. And Jessie Buckley becoming the first ever Irish winner of the Best Actress Award for playing William Shakespeare's wife in Hamnet, which was also named, I think, Outstanding British Film, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a historic win for Jessie Buckley, first Irish actress to win the BAFTA for Best Actress. She was the favorite to win, actually, and she came through. She won for her role in Hamnet. She portrayed the wife of Shakespeare, as you mentioned, Anne Hathaway. She beat out actresses like Emma Stone, Kate Hudson, and Chase Infinity. And she was also, she was incredible in the film. Hamnet, of course, getting the most outstanding British film. It's also the only British film nominated at the Oscars for Best Picture. So yeah, it was largely expected to win, and it did. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's another one I look forward to watching. And what were the other highlights of the evening for you? I mean, I have to say that mine was Paddington Bear in his red hat and blue coat giving out a rather marmalade sticky BAFTA award. I mean, he eats a lot of marmalade, which is why.
Yeah, and he was so dashing. I mean, he didn't really stick to the dress code, but I mean, we'll let him off. It's Paddington.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I mean, I would have been astonished if he was wearing a tuxedo.
Exactly. So yes, a highlight for me there.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. So cute. Another highlight for me was Nigerian British actress Wunmi Mosaku winning for Best Supporting Actress. I mean, in a very tear-filled, heartfelt speech, she thanked her mother for being her inspiration and helping her achieve her passion in acting. So yeah, she also thanked her daughter and everything. It's a real grass to grace story for Wunmi there.
Extraordinary.
I know, being born in Nigeria, moving to Manchester, living in a council flat, and then scooping up all these awards. So
amazing.
Congratulations to her.
Indeed.
Another highlight for me, British-Nigerian brothers, Akinola and Wole Davies, winning for My Father's Shadow, Best debut. So yeah, great for Nigerian talent, I guess.
Indeed.
British Nigerian talent. Also, I should also mention the British royals, William and Kate, obviously attending because Prince William is the president of the BAFTAs, and obviously getting so much attention because, of course, it comes amid the whole arrest of Andrew. So yeah, he attended and he was very dapper along with Kate on the red carpet.
He's quite a tall bloke,
He's
isn't
very
he?
tall. He's incredibly tall, yeah. And then I should also mention host Alan Cummins handing out British snacks to Hollywood actors, snacks like jammy dodgers and hula hoops and everything.
Yes, of course.
So it was very quintessentially British. I mean, you don't see that in other awards
Which you'd
shows.
rather hope that it would.
It would be. I mean, it is the BAFTAs, so yeah,
Indeed.
you're right, yeah.
And you've told us about the highlights of these BAFTA awards. What were the lowlights that you detected?
Yeah, there was a major controversy, and it was to do with when two black actors, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, were on stage to present an award, and a racial slur was shouted out at them, the N-word. And it was by John Davidson, who I mentioned earlier, was the subject of a film which Robert Aramoyo won for Best Actor. And he has Tourette's, and he shouted out the N-word when the two black actors were on stage. It wasn't the only thing he shouted out last night, but it was definitely the most offensive. So there are questions around why the BBC even played it or even did not edit it out, because there was a 2-hour delay. They had enough time to edit it out, but they didn't. And the BBC has of course apologized and said it should not have aired it in the way that it did, and it would remove it from the BBC iPlayer. So yeah, just that was the major low light and the major dampener at an otherwise great event. Yeah.
And the BAFTAs is the British equivalent of the Oscars, and it is often seen as a signpost towards what might happen at the Academy Awards in 3 weeks' time, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is one of the last major award shows before the Oscars. It doesn't perfectly predict what will happen, but it's a good indicator of what could happen and who the winners could be. In recent years, winners at the BAFTAs have gone on to win at the Oscars, at the Academy Awards. And there's an overlap between what the voters at the Academy and the voters at the BAFTAs decide who would win. So we could see the same winners for sure, and it's very useful for acting races and things like that. But one thing's for sure, Leonardo DiCaprio and Timothée Chalamet can rest easy because Robert Aramoyo has not been nominated at the Oscars, so they could still win.
So it's back to the good old sort of Hollywood royalty.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Rita. Thank you very much indeed. Rita Osakwe is Arise Senior Producer.